Shalom, family. Hopefully everyone is doing wonderful today. I want to talk about what they call the three Abrahamic religions. The three Abrahamic religions. So-called Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. So-called Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. Now let me state this first. The Most High did not give forefather Abraham religion. He gave him a covenant, and that covenant was based off a promise for his heirs, for his descendants, for his children. So let me put that out there first. Now, dealing with this covenant, right? We know that who people call Jesus, we know Yeshua HaMashiach was Judean. He was Judean, a Yehudim, right? And by way of covenant through the bloodline, you know, from his forefathers, his ancestors, you know, Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, is how that covenant comes down through the lineage. Now with Islam, right, through the Ishmaelites, those descendants through that bloodline would be Muslims or Ishmaelites. Now Christianity, people like to say, well, Jesus, you know, that's where the Christianity come from, you know, the followers of Christ, right? They will say that. But even in the Hebrewic concept, he would be a Nazarite. He would be a Nazarite, anointed one. Now, but let's move on. But the thing that really troubles me about when people say this is this. Remember, Christianity was a forced conversion. Christianity went on and conquered, and that's how Christianity spread. It spread through conquering, rape, pillage, murder, so on and so forth. Same thing with Islam. Islam went throughout in many aspects doing the same thing. Slavery, conquering, pillage, murder, rape. The only little difference, and then there's probably other variations or other little differences, but one of the main differences between Islam and Christianity is, at least in Islam, you know, they brought literacy. They brought literacy, and people were able to gain generational wealth, or gain wealth, right, in Islam, you know. Again, one of the main characters we could look at was Mansa Musa. But again, we're not going to go through all of that. Now in Christianity, especially when it comes down to the so-called Negro, at one time it was forbidden for Negroes to read, to write, even to own anything. So again, we can see those differences between just these two. But these people like to say, well, again, the three Abrahamic religion. Now remember, Abraham ain't never enslaved nobody. So off top, we can see that two of these things are out of place, because forefather Abraham didn't enslave anybody against their own will. And dealing with that, there are rules dealing with slavery in so-called Judaism. In fact, a slave and master would be equal under the law. One is not more valuable than the other. In fact, dealing with slavery or you know, there was war or debt or something like that, but never forced. See, these two, and I'm gonna say religions, were forced conversions. In so-called Judaism, it's not a force. Again, this is really for the heirs now. Don't get me wrong, but there were converts, but they were not forced. But under Christianity, it was a forced conversion. Under Islam, it was a forced conversion. Now, right about now, it may be not like that. It may not be like that right about now, but this is the way it all started off. So let that sink in. See, there was nobody enslaved under Judaism, so-called Judaism. And I'm just using that term because that's what most people are familiar with. But yet the Yehudim, the Israelites, the children of Israel, did not enslave anybody against their own will. It was against it's against the law. It's against their law. So again, I just wanted to share that right fast because again, it's just weird to hear all these people, and they think they have some kind of flex when they talk about, well, those are the three Abrahamic religions, and without even understanding the history behind this here. They may get away with that with people that have no understanding, but a lot of us already know this here, so we don't even waste no time arguing with these people. But anyway, family, with that being said, as usual, peace, love, shalom.